So this is my first journal entry. Today is the morning of day 2. Today is day 3 since I tested positive for the coronavirus. This is my 4th diary entry.
I was literally the second person in all of Miami-Dade County that was diagnosed positive.
Okay guys, this is day 5 since I've been diagnosed, day 6 since I've had the coronavirus, my 5th diary entry. So far so good.
I'm actually probably the first one that has publicly cleared protocol, to test negative twice. It was disbelief, shock. The mayor in me sort of clicks in, and I realize the dramatic impact that this is going to have, not only on myself personally, but on my city. I mean, obviously it created a lot of media attention. I decided to do a video log of it, which was risky because I frankly didn't know how it was all going to turn out for me. And there were a couple of moments where I thought, well, maybe this isn't such a great idea. Today I feel very good. I slept a lot better and a lot more than I have the last few days. Hopefully today will be a little bit less intense than the last few days have been. I think it was the second or third day. I had like a really scary incident. I woke up literally at 1 o'clock in the morning, and the left side, my left shoulder was completely numb. I thought, oh my God, did I, have I miscalculated? My immediate thought was, well, the diary, people are gonna see me deteriorate, and it's gonna have sort of the opposite effect. Thankfully, it was just that my shoulder had fallen asleep, like when you sleep on your arm or something. That, by the way, had never happened to me before in my entire life. So I literally thought like, oh my God, the virus has hit me.
My symptoms are still relatively mild, basically a cold-like symptoms.
I always kept wondering, when this thing was going to hit me hard, or, if it was something that was going to happen later on.
This is diary entry number 8. This is the best that I felt all week.
One of the things that I think is striking about this is the variability in the symptoms.
Even though I may fall in a large category of people that may have mild cases, I think it's important for people to know that even though you may not have severe symptoms, that may put you in a category where you can infect people without knowing.
I had the news that person was positive, never made it to sort of the mainstream media. And I was never under the impression that I was ever in the room with a positive person. I may not have gotten tested. I may not have stopped going to work. I certainly wouldn't have stopped kissing my children and my wife. So I could have spread this virus to hundreds of people. I could have spread it to thousands of people.
I told you I would keep you updated if anything changed. Yesterday I was supposed to take my first exam to come out of the protocol based on the CDC requirements, most conservative requirements of how to come out of quarantine protocol. Unfortunately, my results came back positive.
I knew the exit process was going to be just as important, which is why we adhere to the strictest CDC protocol, which calls for 2 negative tests consecutively in a 24-hour period before you're able to leave a quarantine.
I have some great news to share with you, which is I tested negative for the first time today.
I think this is a time where we need to, as leaders, we have to take care of people that are going to suffer economically. We know that. But what is really concerning is even when the president shows statistics that this crisis could kill over 100,000 people, even somewhere in the 200,000 person range. I mean, that is significantly more than what the flu does. The mortality rate is significantly higher than the flu nationally. And in our community, we're very blessed. We're doing well in the mortality rate component of it. But we don't want to rest on our laurels. We're not taking anything for granted, and we're going to be prepared for the worst.